everyone. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. It is June 1st, 2026, and I wanted to do a bonus reading for you. Today's message is whoever needs to hear this. I will begin with Aries, work my way around the zodiac wheel, ending at Pisces. Timestamps will be in the description box. I do recommend that you watch your sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus placements. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. And I don't need to say it, but I'm going to say it. As with all collective general readings, keep in mind that's exactly what this is. So as the messages come through today, just take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means that it is meant for someone else to hear. And with all of that said now, let's begin. Okay. Hello, Scorpio, my moon bebes. I hope that you're doing well. Let me clear off Libra's cards here, and then we'll get to your reading to see what message Source has for you at this time. Remember, this is whoever needs to hear this. So if you don't need to hear this, you're welcome to just, check out another placement. Before Scorpio, what do we have for them at this time? Divine Masculine, card number 2. You could be a Divine Masculine. You might be waiting for a Divine Masculine. You might be having issues with a Divine Masculine at this time. You don't have to be masculine or feminine, like, either or. Like, I don't want you to think, oh, well, I'm not a Divine Masculine, so this isn't my message. We all embody masculine and feminine energy within us. So it could be you needing to step into the role of Divine Masculine, or you're having an issue with a Divine Masculine. Tell me more about this here for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Why is this their message at this time? One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Five of Swords, we have the Five of Cups, and we have the King of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have Three of Swords. Oof. All right, Five of Swords. Tell me why the Five of Swords is here. Why is the Five of Swords here for Scorpio? One more shuffle. Thank you. Five of Swords, clarified by Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Two of Pentacles. So you've worked on I don't know yet if this is a relationship reading, even though we have the Divine Masculine there. So Eight of Pentacles, you worked on something for a long time. Okay, you've invested a lot of time or love or money or talent into something that plateaued. Four of Pentacles, it went like as far as it could go, right? You feel like the road ran out on it, and you could feel blindsided, lied to, sabotaged, backstabbed, betrayed, because something that you invested in, when we're working on something, we're pouring our whole heart or all of our time or all of our love or talent to something. We expected to get to the Ten of Pentacles, and instead we went in the reverse and we ended up in the Four of Pentacles. So there's something here, like your perception. There was something, I don't know, lying, cheating, betrayal, manipulation, gaslighting. You just feel betrayed at the end of the day. For some of you, Two of Pentacles, you've been dealing with this situation, environment, or connection for like up to 2 years. For me, Pentacles are years. Tell me about the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is an uncomfortable energy, but astrologically it is a Scorpio card. So unfortunately, it's one that and I say that, most of I'm a Scorpio moon, it's one that we can manage better than the other 11 zodiac signs. One more shuffle. Thank you. Like, it's within our wheelhouse, as sad as that is. We can transmute that. We have the Moon, we have the Hanged Man, and we have the Eight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have Four of Swords. So you either are the Divine Masculine, and maybe your Divine Feminine did this to you, or you are the Divine Feminine and your Divine Masculine did this to you. But there are a lot of feelings here within you. You're very emotional. And I think you've been holding it all in for a long time. All of this emotional disappointment that you have as a result of whatever this person did. We'll try to get into this more for you. Tell me about the King of Cups. Tell me about the King of Cups here. One more shuffle. Thank you. King of Cups is clarified by Knight of Cups, Two of Swords, and the Hermit. Bottom of the deck, Two of Pentacles. Way. So if you've seen my readings before, welcome back. If you're new, howdy, howdy. But for me, Queens exist in the present. They process the past. They process incoming information. And then Kings take action. It's not hierarchical. It's not masculine versus feminine. It's just how I see a suit of cards. So I feel like at some point in time, whether you're masculine or feminine, you extended this cup to this person. The King holds the Ace of Cups. The Knight of Cups, you extended this offer either to your divine feminine or divine masculine. Because again, I don't know which one you are here. And then you waited in the Two of Swords. They made no decision about whether or not to accept that cup. And you waited and waited and waited. The Two of Swords is the Moon in Libra. Libra is the house of partnerships, connections, contracts, whether they're professional, platonic, or romantic. And again, I don't know if this is love related. I just know that you extended an offer to someone and they made no decision on it. And you waited and waited. And some of you are still waiting for the answer, for clarity. Like, are you accepting this or not? And if it's not love related, it could just be you're a business owner and you extended a job to someone, to an applicant, and they haven't gotten back to you about whether or not they're taking the job or not. And you're like, hello, I'm offering you this job. You know, you ask someone out on a date and they haven't said yes or no. And you're like, do you want to go on a date or not? Like, just tell me. This feels like, can you just tell me? Just yes or no. Are you accepting the offer? You know, I like you. We've been dating. I want to make the relationship exclusive. Yes or no? I feel like the problem here is that you're not receiving a yes or no. You're not receiving a yes or no. And the fact that you're not getting a yes or no makes you feel betrayed because you took the initiative to extend the cup. That's why you're so heartbroken. It's not like someone extended the offer to you and you rejected it or gave them no answer. You wouldn't be in this energy. If you applied for a job and the person and the company offers you a job and you never get back to them, you decide to ghost them because you found a job elsewhere. You're not heartbroken. You're not Five of Cups, Eight of Cups because you ghosted the employer. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying this person didn't extend offer or love or something to you, but the fact is you decided to open up and provide the opportunity and you never got an answer or you didn't get clarity. That's why you're like this. That's why you feel betrayed, because it's like, I stepped out of my comfort zone to offer this to you. Tell me more about this person. Who is this person? One more shuffle. Thank you. Who is this person? This person is the Seven of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Chariot. This is a person that you feel deceived by. This is a person you feel betrayed by. This is a person that you feel broke your heart or deceived you, and now they're just moving on. They know, you know, again, you asked them out on a date, they didn't get back to you, but now they're out dating other people. You know, you offered someone a job, they didn't get back to you, but they're already looking for another position. So you feel like this person has moved on from you or is moving on from you or wounds you and moves on quickly. Like this could even be someone that you have in your life that does not take ownership when they wound you. Putting flowers on my desk is not making up for wounding me. So whether this person is in your life or not, the feeling here is after they wound you, they move on very quickly. Meanwhile, you're still sitting in the Five of Cups, Eight of Cups. So either they move on quickly with someone or something else, or another offer or opportunity, or they just want you to move on and pretend like nothing happened here. Like it wasn't a big deal. They got you flowers. You should be over it by now. No. No. Tell me more about this person. The Magician and the King of Pentacles just showed themselves. Tell me more about this person. One more shuffle. Thank you. More about this person. Five of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Pentacles. This person is, the reason why this person is a wrecking ball in your life is because this person is internally wrecking themselves. Like this person is a wreck inside. I hate to say that about another human being. But this person's dealing with responsibilities they can't handle, stress, strain, conflict, you know, disagreements. They could be fighting with another person or other people. They keep this all below the surface in that high priestess. Like, they keep this to themselves. So there's a very unhealthy divine masculine or divine feminine here. And because of they're not handling this, it's almost like, I said this to him a week ago. I said, I know that you have a lot going on in your life, but don't come over here and bleed all over me. So it's like, don't take it out on me, you know, because you're having a hard time with blank. I'm not blank. You could talk to me about it, but you can't take it out on me. That's where, like, I draw the line. So there's something here, like, this person is very overwhelmed. I don't know if you would see that just looking at them, because they're keeping in the high priestess or stress, strain, responsibilities, but that's not your problem. And that's not an excuse for this person to wound you and then quickly just want to move on and say, I'm sorry, or not apologize, or not get back to you, and then move into another connection or move to the next thing. So I'm seeing who this person is, and I understand why you don't trust this person based upon their past behaviors. Oof. This person has a lot of work to do. Divine masculine, divine feminine, they are not. Now, they could be a wounded masculine or a wounded feminine. That's quite possible. But divine, they are not. And that doesn't mean you are, and it doesn't mean I am. But you seem to be more on a healing journey here than they are. Can I get 3 cards for Scorpio here? You seem to be pausing. You're processing. You know what I mean? You're processing. You're assessing here. They're not. They're off to the next responsibility. One more shuffle. Thank you. For you, Page of Cups, the World card, and the Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Emperor. You're more of an Emperor. You're more of a divine masculine or divine feminine than this person is. Because you're processing, you're looking at the lesson, you're trying to understand the reason. You're going deep, right? That World card is, there's a lesson here. I was supposed to learn something from this person or this interaction. So 5 of Cups, 8 of Cups, the Moon card, the Hangman, you're going deep. You're like, what was the reason this person was in my life? What was I supposed to learn from them? What were they supposed to learn from me? You're trying to become enlightened. Look at that Ace of Wands. Like, it has like the glow around the Ace of Wands. And then you have the Hangman with the glow. So you're going deep here. You're really processing what occurred here. What were the lessons? What was I supposed to learn about love, about partnership, about opening myself up, about boundaries and vulnerabilities? And this person is not. This person has so much on their plate that they can't even begin to process the way you process. I don't even think they have the time. I don't think they have the, it's not even time. It's like they don't have the, there's divine masculine there at the bottom of the deck. I don't want to say they don't have the attention span. Capacity. Thank you. They don't have the capacity. They don't have the capacity. So what is Scorpio supposed to do right now? What are they supposed to do right now? You're doing all this introspection, and they're not. They're off to the next responsibility, the next thing on their plate, the next albatross around their neck. Temperance. What are you supposed to do right now? Temperance. Have patience with yourself. Heal. Don't jump into the next thing too quickly. Temperance. The Death card, that's you. And the Six of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. Continue to explore that, you know, to obtain clarity about that lesson, whether you keep this person in your life or not, you return to them or not. That's not what's showing right here in the cards. I'm asking what you need to do in the interim, because you extended this, you didn't get an answer, or they were indecisive, or something like that occurred here. So it's like, I'm not telling you to wait for them, I'm not telling you to move on from them. But you do need to move on from the pain that was caused, from that Five of Swords that initially came out. And the only way you're going to do that is to really focus on your healing. You're doing the right thing here by getting the introspection and trying to become enlightened. So your advice at this time is to just keep doing that. The path forward will become clear for you, or clearer for you. Let's get you some advice. This person has a long way to go. And I've seen people bounce back, you know, and I mean, at some point in time, we were probably there, you know, and look how far we've come. I just don't think that person is there yet. That's all. Whoever they are, they're just not there yet. And I don't think you need to wait around for them either. I think you need to heal and absorb the lessons. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Swords. I don't think you should wait around for someone who's going to continue to engage in that behavior. Again, doesn't mean that they can't heal in the future, but right now they're not. They don't have the capacity or the time to devote to the healing the way you do. So let's get you 3 cards of advice. Let's do 3 different sets here. Let's get advice for those of you where this person is still in your life, okay? 3 cards of advice for Scorpio where this person is still in their life. One more shuffle. Thank you. Ace of Swords, the Lovers, and the Emperor. Bottom of the deck, Justice. Can I get timing on that? This person ends up getting the mental clarity. They do end up making a choice. That choice that you were waiting on, that decision, there's your divine masculine, or again, feminine. I don't read body parts. So this person ends up getting the mental clarity to make a choice. What's the choice that they make? And then we'll get you timing. What is the choice that this person makes? What is the choice that this person makes? One more shuffle. Thank you. 9 of Cups. They're going to choose their happiness. Whatever that is, they're going to choose their happiness. Whether that includes you, doesn't include you, I don't know. Can we get timing for when this person... I assume this is going to take a while. I'm feeling more like September vibes here. Yeah, it might even be Pisces season of next year. Can we get timing here, please, for Scorpio? We have February. That's Pisces season of next year. Bottom of the deck, trust in divine timing. This person's not going to be ready anytime soon. I feel like someone needed to hear that. So between now and February, that's a long way off. That's why you have to focus on healing and moving forward with other things. And whether you want this person, whether they come back in September, October, or next January, you'll be in a better position to make that decision for yourself. Just learn these lessons and then move forward. And whenever they come back around, you get to decide if they're truly the divine masculine or divine feminine that you've been waiting for, or not waiting for, desiring or wanting them to be. 3 cards of advice for those of you where this person is no longer in your life. So if they're in your life, you're going to struggle with this person up until February of next year. Thanks a lot for that. February of next year. God help me. It's been 6 years of this. 3 cards here for those of you where this person is no longer in your life. One more shuffle. Thank you. 7 of Swords, no longer in your life. Page of Wands and the 9 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Swords. This person has a lot of healing to do. They're still engaging in whatever that 7 of Swords behavior was. So if it's not to you, it's to someone else, or they're just refusing to grow. They're stifling their own growth. They're still being reckless. I hate to say it, but they're not growing up yet. This person has a lot of healing to do. For those of you who are in total no communication, like I don't even want this person anymore, but you're still curious about them. They have a lot of healing to do. Anything else? One more shuffle. Thank you. King of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Pentacles. This person ends up realizing what they lost. They end up realizing what they lost. Remember, you were in the 5 of Cups. So they do end up recognizing what they lost in you, but it's going to be a while because they're still in 7 of Swords, Page of Wands, Knight of Wands. But there will be a point in time in the future where this person realizes, I should have accepted the job. I should have stayed in that relationship. I should have stayed Scorpio's friend. I should have stayed in that committed partnership with Scorpio if it's like a romantic partner. So there is something here like in time, and it's going to take a while. There is remorse and regret over the loss of you. That's for those of you where this person's totally not in your life at all. Okay. Can we get timing for when that occurs? I feel like it's a year or 2. God, I hate to say that. I just see that 7 of Pentacles like it's a long time out. You'll have to wait a little bit longer. And then this says next week. So it depends. How long have you been in separation from this person? If it's been a year or 2, then yeah, you might hear from them within the next week. If you just went no contact with them a month ago, You might be like group one, where you're going to wait until until next year for this person to start to realize the error of their ways. I want to get you 3 cards of advice for those of you where you need to, I see that you're actively healing, so I'm not going to get you cards for that, but maybe some things that you can focus on, or what your direction here should be. Can we get 3 cards here of advice for Scorpio? And again, you can wait for someone without waiting for someone. You know what I mean? Like, if I were to wait for him, I'll be frank with you, it's difficult without getting into it too much. If I were to wait for him and do absolutely nothing in my life, it's a waste of time for me. Because I know eventually he'll get his shit together, but today's not the day. But that doesn't mean I stop doing my readings. It doesn't mean I stop working on all the new things I want to do for the channel. I'm developing membership tiers. I'm going to launch a podcast. Oops, did I just spill that out to my mood babies? I did. So there's things that I want to do, and I'm going to move forward and work on them. And I hope in time he gets his shit together. And if he does, that's great. And if he doesn't, I'm still going to have my spiritual practice and all of you and the website and the membership and the podcast and all of that moving along. So I can wait for him, if that's like how you want to word it, while still taking care of other things in my life. I'm not going to sit at the windowsill and do nothing though and wait for him. That would be a waste of time. So let's get you 3 cards of advice on how you can move forward, whether or not you are hoping that they, course correct or not. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Star, Healing, 2 of Pentacles, and the Magician. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Cups. Go discover what your happiness is. In the 8 of Cups, we're leaving those 8 cups, but we're in the pursuit of the 9th cup. Well, 9s in Tower are very singular. Think about the Hermit, the 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. That's what pleases you, what makes you happy. So there's something here about moving towards your wish fulfillment. What are your dreams? What are your hopes? What are your desires? Spend your time management, making your dreams, wishes, and hopes come true. And if this person can get their shit together and become the divine masculine or divine feminine you want them to be, great. Maybe they get all their stuff together, and by the time they come back around, you no longer want them. That's quite possible too. But between now and then, please spend your time focusing on your dreams and your aspirations. You have all the skills you need to create the next chapter of your life. Move forward boldly, bravely. If this person can catch up, great. If they can't, someone else will be there when you arrive. That's what I have for you, Scorpio, at this time. Quite the powerful as well as personal message there for me. I never try to make your readings personal, but sometimes they just hit a little bit closer to home, and this is definitely one of them. That is what I have for you at this time. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.